Alright, scan my audience. I don't know if I'm getting everybody. Sure. Okay. Alright, my name is Brad the Dean, and sometimes things happen that change your life. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. But it's how you deal with that adversity that kind of makes you who you are. And big changes have really made me who I am today. The school affects a lot of people. It depends on what school you go to, who you hang out with, what friends you have, and all that. But my first big change in my life, I went to private school my first 13 years of my life. I started out in kindergarten at a little Christian school called Shepherd of the Hills. And going into high school, I went to a school with about 5,000 people. So you can imagine I was a little bit shocked my first day going into school. I'd never seen so many people in my life. Well, I probably had, but it felt unbelievable, and just seeing so many people at the same school. My first few months were kind of rough. I didn't have many friends, only knew 2 or 3 people, so I often sat at lunch by myself and kind of got to know some people through football. But one story I do remember is we were lined up for 2-a-days, and I'd been feeling kind of under the weather throughout the week, and we were lined up to get our shorts and shirts for the week. It was the first day, and I just remember just kind of feeling something in my stomach, and just right there, just puking right there. It was so embarrassing. So not only are you the guy that's from the private school, but now you're the guy that's puked at practice, and we didn't even do anything. So that was awesome. And then also I remember sitting at lunch by myself for basically the first month, or a few weeks after that even, and this girl came down and sat next to me one day. Her name was Samantha Hernandez, and she was a senior and I was a freshman, so I was just sitting there shaking. She was gorgeous, by the way, and it was just like, well, what do I do? How do I talk to her? And but we became friends, and she really helped me to make new friends and to get through being at a public school. I'd never been at public school or a school that big, so thanks to her. But my next biggest change, I guess, you had to start thinking about college. Going in my senior year, I didn't really know where I wanted to go to college. I had grown up actually a Longhorn, and my sophomore year in high school, I met some buddies that were in ag at our high school, and they were real big fans of Texas A&M, and I started kind of looking into Texas A&M, and started visiting around colleges, and figured out that that was definitely the school I wanted to go to. I got accepted my senior year, and very glad I got accepted. I love Texas A&M, but that was my second biggest change. You go from 5,000 kids in high school to 40,000 in college. So again, I was like, there's so many people here, I don't know what to do. But getting around campus was very difficult to start out with. The first month, I have to admit, I would do the cool walk like a freshman, like I know where I'm going. But in actuality, I'd be looking at my phone, the campus map. I have no idea where I'm going. So again, getting through embarrassment, making new friends, kind of the same thing, but just on a whole different level now, because I was 3 hours from home, and there's more people in class. It was just another big change for me. But during college, I started to realize that after college, I'm going to have to work for the rest of my life. So I enrolled in an internship called Southwestern Advantage. And whew, you talk about an internship. I actually traveled to Nashville, Tennessee, the headquarters. It was me with about 30 different Aggies, and what we were doing for the summer was selling books door to door. So, as you can imagine, that was very, very tough on me. Like I said, we traveled to sales school in Nashville, Tennessee, is where the company was headquartered, and just learned how to do the job for a week, and then they just set us free. And it wasn't like I was selling, in College Station or like in San Antonio. I was in Oil City, Pennsylvania, about 1,100 miles away from Texas. It was very, very difficult, but I learned a lot with that internship. It really kind of opened everything up for me. It was definitely the most emotional life event I've been through. Going to school is one thing, but selling books door to door will make you realize that you have it real nice. The first few weeks were very rough. I often called my parents during the day, wanted to come home crying, and then I got the hang of it. I had a great manager, and by the end of it, I was a pro. But anyway, but that changed my life forever. It really kind of let me know that I can do anything, and so after that, my third biggest change in my life, I know that my life isn't over now. Hopefully, I hopefully have a lot more to go with, and just hope that these changes, along with everything else that is going to come in the future, will make me who I am. And I know that experiencing that adversity is good for me, but sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do. So big changes have definitely made me who I am today.